members of the congregation. You are now here on a Wednesday with Easy, the tech preacher. Truth to be told.
It's Wednesday, hey, tell me, are you ready? It's Wednesday, hey, tell me, are you ready? It's Wednesday, tell me, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go with Easy, yep, tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher. All the real wired ones, where you at? 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 All the real wired ones, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Oh boy, I tell you what, that gets me hyped every time I play my intro. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from Easy Computer Solution. I got the wired ones in the building. Welcome to Wired Wednesday, baby. Whoa!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The day of the week that we go in. All right. So today's topic, guys, is does price matter when it comes down to phones, right? When we talk about that, they have this perception of if you got a $2,000 phone, that phone is the best. If I got a $500 phone, that phone is trash. Why do people got that perception? And I tell you what, that's incorrect. Because now I seen phones, and I actually made a video about a phone that costs $599. They got the 88 processor and the 812 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, all that for $500. And then I saw another video of another phone that was like $600. They got the 88 processor with 12 gigs of RAM. I mean, triple camera setup, 120 hertz display, 2K display, all the bells and whistles for $600. Does price matters?
I don't think so. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, not at all.
I think it matters to some
Performance
companies.
matters.
Some companies performance matters.
Well, let me ask you a question. If a phone got stock Android, got the 88 processor with 8 or 12 gigs of RAM, and this optimized with stock Android, it's gonna perform well.
It's gonna perform well.
It's gonna perform well. Yeah.
Correct.
So what makes? And I think I know what a lot of people think that. Well, easy. The reason why is because you know what you're getting with Samsung. You know what you're getting with iPhone. That's why we pay premium, because you know what you're getting. But are you really getting it though? Because they're not putting charges in the box. They're not giving you no headphone. And it's crazy. I made the video about the the phone is I got and the Realme. The Realme give you a 65-watt charger in the box. It give you a case, a screen protector. I mean, it give you everything in the box for $500. And it got the 888 processor with 8. You can get it with 12 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. Everything, 120 hertz display, beautiful cameras, 64 megapixel camera, everything, and for $500. So why is that phone bad, or why other phones that's $500 and $600 they got top of the line specs compared to the big dogs, right? The Samsung and the Apples.
Well, so I know Kimmy used to hear this all the time. But the argument used to be of the Realmes and the Xiaomis and all that stuff. It was like, oh, well, I tried it out. I don't get the band support. And you got it, I'm limited to my networks. And now Google's like, well, guess what? We drop them the same price and you don't have to worry about any of that. So now what's the excuse? You can go, you can get all the support with Google, or you can still buy these other phones. Why do we have to buy and spend more for all these other?
Is this now putting pressure on other?
I think it is. I think it is because other phone manufacturers before Google did what it did could just say, well, we're here in the States. We have all the bands. Any carrier, go to the carrier store. Now they can't do that because they got one in the same carrier store now. that's doing that.
I think this is where Motorola made a mistake at, right? They was top of the crop, man, when it comes down
They
to
were,
mid-range
and they
devices,
supported,
right?
and they supported
everything.
everything. Yep.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know. Somebody
It
said
also
ban
puts
phones.
pressure on content creators.
Yes,
yes, it does. It does.
Yes, it does. Yes. And the reason why is because instead of saying that, hey, this phone is good, but if you add $500 more, you could get that Samsung device. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You really have to pick to find bugs. Like if you really look at the bugs that people are picking out for the Google, they're not huge bugs.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Well, one of the things a lot of people complaining about the Google phone is an app that the average consumer don't use.
Yeah, YouTube
right?
Studio.
It's a YouTube Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody don't use a YouTube Studio.
No average consumer is going like,
it.
man, I gotta get the YouTube Studio.
Yeah, so we the only one that's using YouTube Studio.
I may want to do a channel 5 years from now. I want to see if it works right now.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna see if we got an update for that.
Well, for content creators, I can say, well, yeah, the YouTube Studio is not working, but for the average consumer, they ain't using the YouTube Studio.
No. They be
So-
like, "What's a YouTube Studio?"
Yeah, so what's the YouTube? Is that another form of YouTube? Is that
Right.
YouTube? Is that YouTube? No, that's something that content creators and YouTubers use. Well, hell, it don't matter to me.
I have had one bug on 12 with occasionally Gboard crashes. But
Yeah, Gboard has
And look,
crashes.
let's come to the conclusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Android 12 wasn't ready. Let's call it how we see
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't
right?
ready.
Android, that's why you see that companies like Samsung got betas, but they're not putting Android 12 on nothing right now, right? The Surface Duo came out with Android 11.
Well, that's a different, that's a different story. That's because Microsoft didn't know that Android 12L was coming, so they do a bigger skin than most people. So, but I know what you're saying. I know where you're going with
right. And so what other phone got Android 12 besides the Pixels, right? I mean, Android 12 is not ready. Now, I'm going to tell you why it's not ready. Barry, you could probably chime in on this one. They started the operating system from the ground up, right? You can't do that in less than a year. Unless you got 1,000 people working on code. I mean, the Material U, right, is supposed to adapt to you, right?
Yeah, but the bigger issue that they had, and I don't think they anticipated, is developers, right? Mm-hmm. So if I develop a core OS, I have to make sure the developers are on top of things. So fun fact. So I have a customer on Kennedy Space Center that has chosen to, and I even asked them, I said, hey, why did you switch from Windows to Red Hat Linux? And like, oh, it's government driven. I can't disclose it. So one of our apps that we say we support, we support this operating system. I went there in person. They're like, guess what? This is a lockdown system. You cannot phone home. And we require you to phone home. So guess what's not working? And guess whose fault it is? It's not Red Hat. It's my company's. We have to fix the issue. As the developer, we have to fix it. So if Twitter is not working, it's not Android 12. It's the developer has to get on board and he has to get it working. Like, to give you an example, on November 1st, the developer came out with another update for Android 12, supposedly, and made it worse than it was before. It's like, how do you make it worse, sir? When you develop code, you test it out. You don't just go, oh, I think I'm gonna make these changes here, and then upload the changes. And a good developer will say, let me pull this back. Why is this out here? I'm not gonna make a fool out of myself. I want people to actually use this, this app.
Maybe before
Android 12 get released to other devices, first of all, I tell you, if you got Android 11, you good, because it's a seasoned operating system, right? It's been updated to nearly perfection, but it still got issues, but it's still nearly perfection, better than Android 12. Now, before any Samsung or anybody put Android 12 operating system on their device, the Pixels have to get that huge update and get it ready and stuff. And before, because I mean, look, just to be honest with you, Samsung ain't gonna drop One UI 4.0 and Android 12 on a Samsung device, knowing that Android 12 is not ready for prime time.
Right.
They're not, but they're trying to rush it through because they've been going. They're on beta 4. They're on beta 4 right now.
Beta 4. But it's a disaster for Samsung if they do that.
You think so?
So if I'm Samsung, because like I said, I have a slight disagreement. I don't think Android 12 is. I really think it's on the app developers that dropped the ball. And if I'm Samsung, I'm pulling up to Jack at Twitter and say, hey, guess what? We're gonna have some serious problems if Twitter is not fixed when we drop.
Yeah.
Because we have been developing Android 12 for quite some time.
Yeah.
So what's the deal? And they like the changes to Material U. They're like, we need this Material U because what Google did with Material U is take it to the next level, and we want this in our operating system.
And I mean, I think, but I thought that Google would probably put pressure on app developers right now. They should be putting pressure on them.
If I'm Google, I'm going off. Like, if I'm Google, I'm going off because this don't make sense. It
don't make sense.
If I fail, cool. That's all good. But if I fail because you're messing up, nah, we got problems.
But see, they're not now. Since we aired all that out, it goes to. I want to say this. There's nothing wrong with the Google Pixel 6, right? It's nothing wrong with the hardware.
Oh no,
per se. It's all software based, right? It's app based. So when people say, you know, the Pixel 6 is trash and this, that, and other, I promise you, if your Pixel 5a was running Android 12, you would be saying the same thing. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would say that, you know, people got to understand the difference between software and hardware. Yeah. And that's my opinion. There's got to be a difference between software and hardware.
It's hard for some people, Eric.
Because it's not the Pixel itself, the hardware. Look, I've been using the Pixel since it came out, and look, it's frustrating on a level, on some level, right? When I scroll down my notification shade, sometimes I see some stuff that's stuck on there and it don't move. And or sometimes when I scroll up and down YouTube, I see things get kind of, you know, jittery and blurry. When you go down Twitter, obviously Twitter got issues. And so you got issues here. It's not the phone, it's the software and the apps. Right?
Yes, so correct. They got it. They got to get some of that stuff. But I hold on for just 1 second.
No, I see. T. I've actually. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, listen, I don't think the Pixel is trash, right? I mean, I think they had a few content creators make videos. Like, I watch YouTube all day, so I mean, when I watch people video, I don't comment on it and all this crap like that. But I don't think that the Pixel 6 is trash. But I think the Pixel 6 is it's a very good phone, right?
Oh, it's excellent.
I think it's maybe, I would say it's maybe a B plus, right? I will say a B plus, you know, right now, about a B plus or maybe a B right now.
Okay. Right? Okay. B plus.
If you take away YouTube Studio and you give some updates, I think it's right there, the B plus, close to the, because the cameras are good, the video is better. It's a fresh design. You know, you got the fast, the Hertz display. The price is right.
Price is ridiculous.
So the price, and I always say it's all about the price, baby. It's all about the price. If Google would have charged $1,500 for this phone,
oh hell no,
it'd have been a disaster.
Yeah, it would have been a disaster.
Right? But you got to
I don't
remember
think I would
how.
have bought it at 1,500.
I mean, but look, Samsung learned their lesson with the Z Flip 2, right?
Mhm.
Charging $1,600 for that phone. They knew nobody would buy that phone, right? That phone got trashed in the market, right? And what they did, they dropped the phone down by $500.
So you gave it a B plus. This is my rating.
Hey, so
That's my
you
rating.
can make it. Yeah.
Like I told everybody, three of them
You
hoes.
like, what's your favorite feature, Barry?
Three of them
Yes.
hoes.
You got 3 of them
Yes,
hoes.
3 of them hoes.
Yes,
So
yeah.
and Barry,
And Barry, with 3 of those, you still paid almost less than a Z Fold 3.
thank you.
Full
And one thing I will say, like that, I just lost it on Monday, and the full detail is gonna be in my video. Is people that aren't into phones that I work with, what were they singing the praises of? The Pixel 6 Pro, and why everybody should not be buying Apple and they should be getting the Pixel 6. And one of the big driving factors was the price. It wasn't the 120 hertz display. It was I don't have to type emails anymore. I don't have to type text messages. I just do live transcription for everything. So they just started going down all the thing, and people were holding up their iPhones. Well, why should I get rid of this? And I'm not saying a word. They're like, let me tell you why you get rid of it. So
Call
screen, that call screen is a complete game changer.
Man.
Is a game changer.
I think we're all having that moment because I had that moment today, Barry, but I've already shared it with you. But I'm gonna save mine for video as well.
Okay.
I get unsavory calls all day, right? So I put my main. Listen, I have a lot of accounts, right? I have about I want to say about 20 some on lines, and I have my main SIM, the one that everybody business pranks call me on this phone, and it was such a joy to run this phone with my main SIM in it. Because my phone rang all day, and I let Google answer my phone. I let Google Gaga answer my phone, right? And so I'm reading. So look, my dad called me, right, and I'm reading his transcript. And
you hit the dad.
No, I did Pops that. I did Pops that. Hell yeah, I did Pops that, man. Pops called me. Look, Pops called me. And I was like, "Oh, let me go. I'm gonna let Google Gaga handle him."
Fuck with Pops.
I'm about to. And Pops left there was talking.
Oh, Pops.
And I'm there look. Pops was talking to Google, and I'm reading the transcript, and he talking to Google. I'm like, "Damn, Pops talking to," because see, Google is a lady voice, you know. Hi, this is using the transcript. You never. And then Pops talking to Google. I said, "I'm gonna tell my mama." I'm gonna tell my mom. That motherfucker up there talking to Google. I'm like, oh, I'm looking out, like I said, look at Pops. But transcript is
call screening is just unbelievable. Yeah, and that's why I think we can all sit here and pick one phone that has the best wide angle camera, the best telephoto, the best main sensor, the best selfie camera, best video at nighttime. You can do that. Best speaker system. But the thing is, as a reviewer, I hope that what we start to do is say, for our consumers, would a Pixel do better, or would someone need DeX in their setup, or would they need iMessage and FaceTime if they're talking to the stars all the time? You know what I'm saying? That are using that. Now, fun fact, I do some tech support for some celebs that, guess what they won't use because of security, iMessage and FaceTime. And they were big users, and they're like, hook me up on Signal. I said, I got you.
Yeah. But you know what's so funny? Fun fact is this. If Google does this, I will be all in on it. I will be all in on it. I need DeX. They got to give me a desktop.
Oh,
mode.
I know. I already know. Mode. I had a feeling it would be B plus from you, and it would be A plus all the way through if they had desktop mode.
If they had desktop mode, I'd be all in. I mean, I'm talking about a good desktop mode. I'm not going to talk about the LG desktop mode that they did, and that's not that great. But I'm talking about a good desktop mode Man, I tell you, I'll be all in. And look, and so I see this question a lot, right? If two people only use DeX, Samsung would not be updating it, and they would probably eliminate it. Think about that for a second.
And you have to think about who's saying it, Eric.
Yeah, that's the Microsoft.
Yeah, I know.
That's the Microsoft
every
guy.
week.
Oh,
every
and
week.
guess what? Guess who had a version of DeX before Samsung bought it from their ass? Microsoft. Microsoft Continuum is DeX. It's the same freaking thing, man. Who had a DeX type software before? Microsoft. They had Continuum. Guess who got it up out of them? Samsung.
Continuum.
Yeah, but I think that's how we have to judge phones, because the bottom line is we would all, like even the average consumer, if they wanted the best of everything, they would have to buy multiple phones right now, right? You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think if that's just for me. It's just for me. And
everybody's got a different. Everybody's got a different. Yeah, that's the thing. Like for me and my job, that was the reason why. Like, I could have a Xiaomi Mi 11, I could have a Samsung, I could have an Apple iPhone, but my primary SIM had to be because of call screen. It's like I get too many support calls. I don't have time to have all these bogus calls come through.
Yeah, call screen is good. I get a lot of bogus calls. Everybody trying to sell me something. As a business owner,
I don't got time. I'm like, dude, this is my business phone. I'm like, no.
Yeah. As a business owner, you get people could Google your number and they call you. Hi, I'm trying to sell you internet service. Hi, I'm trying to sell you this. Hi, I'm trying to sell you that. I'm like, God damn, I'm tired to eat people. Call screen, it works. It works. And I don't necessarily need my main SIM in my Galaxy Z Fold 3, right? So I don't like, and I use Galaxy Buds, but I'm not worried about not having my main SIM in this phone, because I'm still use it for DeX and other business things either way. But other than that, man, I mean, I got my main SIM in here.
Doodle's calling you out, man. Doodle's calling you out.
Let's see.
Easy.
Here we go. Doodle. This Samsung DeX is an original idea from Samsung. First introduced in Korea, baby. Cool. Microsoft had the similar idea too. Listen, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. I know that Samsung did not have a desktop solution. And then when Microsoft had Continuum, it was great because I used it. And then when Microsoft went down in the dumps, all of a sudden Samsung introduced DeX with the Galaxy S8. So I don't know. Maybe it's S8. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, dude.
And I'm not saying that
I don't live in Korea anyway. I don't live in North or South Korea, so I don't know.
And I'm not saying that there was a backhand deal between Google and Samsung, but what I do know is if you want desktop mode on the Pixel, you got to go to developer options and force desktop mode. That's the closest you're going to get. That's the closer you can get. They will not allow it by default. They're like, nah, son. If you want desktop mode, go buy Samsung.
I mean, right. And I mean, I got.
They're like Tim Cook. They're like Tim Cook. If you want to do something special with your phone, if you want to have side load apps and all that stuff, that's what he said a couple of days ago. He's like, go buy Android. We ain't doing over here.
Yeah, I seen this.
We ain't doing over here.
I saw that. He don't. Yeah, he said buy Android if you want.
He's like, you want iMessage? You coming over here? We are not giving it to anybody, people.
I want to know.
I don't blame him.
If it's a good buy.
No, they can't. That wouldn't be able to
good to buy a budget phone, right? But I want to have everything for a phone, like headphones. Why
does that? Whoa! I'm confused here. Yeah, he said, but I want to have everything for that phone, like headphones,
the same brand,
watch, and this. Why does it got to be the same brand, sir? I'm very confused with that statement.
Ecosystem, eco.
Yeah, but a watch and headphones.
And headphones.
My headphones and watch and stuff don't match.
Nah,
it all works.
I don't agree with that.
He said if he get an iPhone, it's gonna have to be the iWatch.
But he's not getting a budget.
Well, he has that budget. Unless he get an
ecosystem in budget.
I mean, he can buy.
He can get an iPhone SE. Then get the AirPods.
SE,
AirPods, and then get a Gen 3 watch.
Yeah, and that's what, about $1,000, right?
Maybe get a Galaxy 3 watch and a Samsung A52.
A-line on Samsung.
Yep, get an A-line.
Yeah, get an A-line on Samsung and get the a watch 4. I mean, watch 3.
I got a Galaxy watch.
And just so you know, Kempo, so then what I would do is pull up with my Liberty 3 Pros and be like, guess what? My headphones sound better than yours. So you can do it your way.
I did say the iWatch, my bad. There you go, man. Right there. Right that up. Liberty 3 Pros. I be like a boss. Yeah, I did say the iWatch, my bad. I forgot. Apple Watch.
You know,
what do you consider budget? Give us a USD price.
Give us a price. You know, hey, you send us some of that Jamaican joint down here. Maybe we can work something out, player.
Oh,
yeah, come on, man.
Oh boy.
Hey, man.
Send it my way.
Come with me.
Come on.
That's true. Samsung has a sale going on right now.
Yeah, Samsung got sale.
Because aren't they giving, like, if you get, I forget what it is, they're giving you a discount on the watch and free buds. There's some deal, Black Friday deal. I think you showed it yesterday, Kimmy. If you buy a certain phone from Samsung, you get like a certain amount off the watch and free buds. But it's not a budget though. It's not a budget though.
No, they weren't budget at all. Although it was a deal, it wasn't budget. But yeah, I had a ton of links of Black Friday deals yesterday.
He said you better. Yeah, you got to get a battery case. Yeah, I heard the screen on time is like an hour on it or something.
Well, he said he didn't want Apple. If y'all followed up behind, he said he didn't want Apple.
Oh, he didn't want Apple?
Yeah.
Okay, Android. He can get the Poco.
Yeah, he got Poco.
Does Xiaomi have any buds?
I think they do, but they're like trash. I think. I think they're trash.
But I mean, it all depends on the budget. It all depends on the budget.
Yeah, the Poco would be good.
Yeah.
And the Poco launches tomorrow, November 11th. The global version. It's basically the Redmi Note 11. It launches tomorrow.
And I've heard the Xiaomi earbuds aren't bad, so you might want to look.
So get that and get the Mi Band. You good? Hey, Emily D. Baker, what's good?
Hey.
Thanks for the shout.
Man,
Kimbo.
I tell you what, I watch. I be watching her stuff, man, and be in the background as I be filming, man. She's doing some great things over there.
Oh yeah, keeps me straight too. Keeps me straight. You don't know how many. There's a lot of times I'm right, but there's a lot of times I know this, and then I'm like, okay, I had that wrong. let me keep watching so I don't make a fool out of myself.
It was so funny. I remember when Emily first started, coming to the was on the stream with us, and man, it was fantastic. Not saying we're not fantastic now, but it was we was having so much fun, and man, Emily brought a lot to the table when she was on the platform, man, and now she so busy now. Got her own platform geared up and rolling big time, Oh man, congratulations to you. So here we go. Stylo 6, baby. Stylo 6, Stylo Buds, and Stylo Watch.
Oh my God.
And Emily, we're representing you. We're representing you.
Now,
they're gonna be some Stylo trash.
If you could get all three for free $99, I would get it.
Mm-hmm.
If you could get all three for free $99, then get it. Because guess what? The Buds better be free. The watch better be like
if he has
$20.
Yeah, but he wants all the same brand. I was gonna say get that Pixel 6 for $600.
But yeah, and he can get the Buds.
And he get the Buds for $99. Yep.
They don't have a watch.
And get a Mi Band or a Amazfit, and you in there.
Yeah.
What y'all think of these carrier deals when they accept your trade-in for like $400 to $800 towards a 5G phone? Wait, who's doing $800 on the 5G phone right now? They got a lot of deals out there.
They got a lot of deals
out there. Yeah. But I don't know about 30 months though. Look, here's the thing, man. But see the problem when you want to make sure you
don't leave. They want to make sure you stay with their contract.
Yeah, they got rid of contracts. That's a new contract. You're stuck. This is the thing that I always recommend.
That's the new contract. You're stuck.
Yes.
That's the slogan.
Or you lose out on your money.
Yeah. I'm not saying not to do like the payments. Like we on the panel wouldn't do the payments. You know, we buy a lot of phones, but don't think you have to buy phones because we're buying phones, right? But I would just say, man, you know, try to save your money and, you know, or at least do this to make it easier for you. If you know you're going to be with that carrier for 24 months, get the $400, $800 and have your money saved ready for when these deals come up. So you can give them almost all of it up front, and then your payment is like maybe $1 or $2 for the next 24 months.
Yeah,
because you don't want to be, you don't want your payment going up, and then you're stuck with that carrier. You might move, and you're in a place where that carrier is no good anymore.
Yes, sir.
So give me a prime
he
example.
just said, because he was talking about his Galaxy Watch 4 with his Pixel. I've used everything under the sun with an Apple Watch. I used Samsung, I used Huawei, I used everything. You don't have to have the same brand to use a watch for a phone.
Yeah.
So to put this in perspective, if you bought a Galaxy S8 on 30 months, you're probably still paying for it right now, right? It's for 8, 9, 20, 3.5 years. God, that's what I'm saying. That is too long to have the 30 months to be paying on the phone.
Yeah.
That's a long time, man. I remember when payment deals were 12 months, right? Then they went to 24 months. Now they had 30 months. Next gonna be 60 months.
I'll put it in perspective. I'll put it in perspective for everybody. And Scoop knows this guy because I called Scoop. LaShawn and I are over the moon. So there's not much you could say to LaShawn and I because we have a flagship Pixel, and we know all the patrol that people are going through is going to cease to exist. But when I hit up Scoop, I'm like, I'm buying this up for my channel. I can't put the Pixel 6 down. I can't put it down, but I'm cool with a 5A. I literally, if that was my main device and my secondary device, that I'm cool. You know, there are phones out here, budget phones, Xiaomi's, Pixels, and all that stuff that people can get and have a good experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the problem is because people get caught up in the hype.
They get caught up in the hype.
Z Fold 3, you got to get a Z Fold 3
you gotta
if you want to be boss. And that's
correct.
Not the case.
Yeah,
that's not the case. That's not the case.
Yeah.
That's not the case. And look, don't get me wrong. I love my Z Fold 3, and I ain't gonna lie to you when I'm going out to happy hour, you know, I'm G'd up on my watch.
Hey, you're my watch.
I'm G'd up. I'm big. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got my watch and I got my look. I put that bad. Look, I'm rolling with these, baby. You know what I'm saying? I open them up and I put it on the ball and I'm up there stuck. You know, now, but that's a one-time thing. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts, Tech unlocked.
Exactly.
You know?
I like to go anywhere with my stuff.
You know,
right.
When I was looking for it, but you know what was funny? When I was looking for the 6 Pro, and I think I was on the phone with Kimmy, and the person had asked me, like, oh, well, you know, I know you're looking for the 6 Pro. Are you interested in other, you know, like the iPhone 13? And I pulled out my pocket. I had the S21, you know, I had all that stuff right there on deck. I said, I got them. I want the Pixel 6 Pro. Can you get me a Pixel 6 Pro? That's what I want. Now, do I need it? Probably not, but that's what I want.
That's what you want. And look, wants and needs is two different things.
Two different things.
Phone, you don't have to spend $1,000. And I've been
that's what I'm saying.
Back to back. You don't have to spend $1,000 on the phone. If you want a $1,000 phone, that's different. But do you need a $1,000 phone? No. You could get away with a blue phone. Nah, I ain't gonna even say
No. So that's the challenge right now for me. That's why I want to get the Poco or the Redmi, because I'm trying to find right now. My reference for budget phone is TCL, and I'm hoping that, I'm not saying the TCL is bad. I'm hoping to find out like what can I recommend. You know, not just saying, oh, just get the TCL, but not know if the Redmi or the Xiaomi is better. You know.
Yeah, I saw T. Washington statement up there. He said something about Verizon. You can hang it up.
Can get me all the items. Okay. Okay.
So Verizon's not going to let you use all these imported phones.
No, sir.
So the budget, he wants is $600, and he wants to be able to get 3 years of update. So right now you're locked into
Google, you gotta get Pixel.
You got to get Pixel. Yeah, Pixel, and you would have to
3
go.
years updates. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's 3 years updates, you couldn't get an S line phone, cheap,
Right.
but you would get
Samsung
3 years
ain't
up.
doing that.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to go Pixel.
But
So you probably
for everything, Barry, not just the phone.
So he'll have to get the 5A. He'll have to get the 5A. He'll have to get like the buds and like a Mi Band 6.
He can probably
look up the Mi Band 6 is $50.
You probably get the 4XL or something.
Oh yeah. You can get the 4XL.
4XL.
Get the 4XL. That's a good phone.
Yeah, you gotta go Google.
Yeah,
you ain't getting.
You can get that from.
Yeah, you lock yourself in.
Yeah. But you say 3 years. Yeah, unless you go Galaxy S21, and to Galaxy S21 they go give you 3. That means we about to hit 2022. That means it's 2 years.
It's gonna be 2 years. Yeah.
It's gonna be 2 years, not
and then
3.
you cut off.
Then you cut off. Bye, baby. They will buy you another phone.
And you never know. Qualcomm might come back and say we want to renegotiate. Now that Google did what they did, they're making their own stuff. We don't want to give you more updates.
Yeah, I mean 3 years of updates, man. It's hard for a lot of phones to give you 3 years updates, man. I mean look, I don't know, it's hard.
But I don't know for a lot of people that's gonna be able to keep a phone 3 years because the
3
battery
years
gonna
too
start
long.
going crazy. Software gonna start acting wonky.
If you buy a phone in 2021, 2023, you about ready for a new, about ready to look for a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, you done. Done. This is why I always stress that you ain't got to spend $1,000. You go replace it in 2 years anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Why spend $1,000 on the phone?
That's why people worry about how many updates you're gonna get. I'm like, how long are you really gonna have the phone?
Yeah,
most people 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. So if in 2 years you'll be buying another phone. Because Samsung they cut off the Z Fold 1. The $2,000 phone. Mm-hmm. If you got that $2,000 phone, you'd be pissed off right now. I spent $2,000 and that son of a bitch ain't gonna give me no more updates.
And that's the reason why what Google did is so important, because when you have two big players that are not worried about anybody else, stuff like this happens where they're like, hey, you were the experiment. And you don't know how many people I've heard. And I even asked them, I said, hey, why are you ordering another Pixel? Because you had such a horrible experience in the 2 days that you had it, right? Well, I don't want to be a beta tester. But you had the Fold 1. Weren't you a beta tester? And Samsung came and said, guess what? You were beta testers because we're not updating this phone because we think it's crap. Mm-hmm. We ain't messing around with that.
I think they try to force you into update. And I go a little bit opposite of one. I don't think the quality of phones is good as it used to be, so I don't think people can keep them longer.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you with that, Kimmy. I mean, the quality of phones when you first get it is nice and shiny, but after a year, man, that phones ain't like it used to be.
See, but are you now? I'd say, is it because we are jaded? I know, but is because
your batteries. You used to be able to remove batteries. You go buy a new battery. You can use that same phone for 3 years. You can't do that now.
So this is real talk. So I had my bottom AC replaced today. So I was here all day, right? And at the very end, the way my boy Lewis has his workers do it, they all use their phones to get you to sign the invoice and then take your credit card information. Mm-hmm. So homeboy pulled out his iPhone 8. Had a nice little case on it, and I'm using it. I'm like, dang, this thing is still snapping. Look at this thing. I'm like, this thing is still good. I'm like, wait a second here. So I don't know. It could just be us because we see something new. Because let's keep it real. We love these Pixels right now. But let's say, for instance, if Samsung dropped, not including LaShawn, just pretend it's a Xiaomi, LaShawn. So let's say, for instance, right tomorrow, Samsung hits us up with a Samsung S22. It's got the pen built in and all that stuff. And they're like, it's going to be $900, and it's really what they would normally probably $1,300. We'd all be like, man, we got to get that phone. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the new.
I'm giving you that. My son uses a iPhone 8. So I understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
Go get a 4 or 5 year old Samsung and play with it and tell me it don't last.
Yeah, no, yeah. Now Samsung, Samsung,
If
some
you got
people let you have it now and say, "Oh, my phone don't lag."
Yeah.
If you're using the same phone, you're not gonna notice it's lagging.
Yeah. If you got a Galaxy S8, man,
Galaxy,
you know it.
Galaxy.
It probably still works.
That's
No,
right.
it works.
It ain't gonna work like it worked day one.
When they got to One UI 2, that's when it. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
those
that
old.
is right, Rip Raymond. That is right, sir.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's trash.
So Doodle disagrees. He's like, he's original battery and the original charger. He probably even has the original cable that comes with it. Facts.
Yes,
Tell them about how smooth that S7 Edge runs, Doodle.
S7 Edge, baby. S7 Edge. Man, I remember the Batman version of S7 Edge. I was about to spend $1,200-$1,300 for that phone.
I think Big John bought that phone.
Well, that's what I said, LB. I'm agreeing with you. If you're using the same phone, you're not going to notice a lag. But if you go pick up another phone, kind of like I had the Note Fan Edition, I thought it was great until I picked up a Huawei. Same software. Yeah. They were both running the same OS, the same Android.
Can I ask Kempo something real quick?
I see he wants.
So Kempo, I mean,
refresh rate.
Normally I don't say anything. I just will say stuff after the stream. But I'm sorry, I'll have to do an usher and call you out. But are you just a closet Apple guy that says he can't buy an Apple and that Apple is so smooth? It's got the 60 hertz. The Poco has a high refresh rate.
Well, he said earlier he didn't want us to recommend an Apple though, so I don't.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, but he's like, I need a higher because the 60 frames per second is so good. So I'm starting to question: are you really true about what you're saying that you don't want Apple? I mean, because if you really don't want Apple, stick with it. But that Poco, you can look at it. It's the global website has it. It's launched tomorrow. M4 Pro 5G global release. It's got high refresh rate. It's a dirt cheap phone. It's under $300.
LB just told y'all how to fix your old phone. Just delete Facebook and clean your cache.
LB,
family members, you can't talk to them no more.
I ain't gonna lie to you, LB. The phone that I was driving was good until I drove that truck. That been like, I got to get it. I'm telling you, you driving your old car until you get into a new car. I promise.
That's true, though, LB. You take somebody out of a Pinto and put them in something nice.
Yeah, you put them in something nice.
That Pinto was nice until. Look at
my Galaxy. All right.
Got an up.
Hey, did y'all get an update, Kimmy? Did you get one? I see some people getting updates on their pictures.
All right. That's right. I got an update.
Oh, it's just saying it was prompted to download it again. What people are saying.
Yeah, that was on the older, like the 4A.
Yeah,
that was happening.
Late as heck, your sound effect was late as heck. Boy, you put that away, set that. It's still going.
Look.
It ain't lag.
Look,
Samsung don't lag. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll pull it. I just booted this phone up. I haven't used it in a while.
The pen lag.
So
the sound effect.
Yeah, to see the sound effect. Look at that.
Oh, sir.
It's not working. It's not working. And watch it go. It's gonna pop out of
it. I just gotta put it in there.
It's not working.
David wants to know.
Except if you're
where
savage.
Doodle is located.
It ain't working. So I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Doodle's in outer space, sir. What's up, Forbes?
Gigi, you saying he's in the galaxy?
Hey.
So did y'all know that Savage would take an 80 Delta 88? I didn't know that.
Savage would take a piece of shit.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Barry.
Wow.
Barry. From what I read in that sentence, he'd rather take the bus because that's pretty much what he's going to take. Driving that Delta 88.
He likes a lot of things according to his last stream that we won't talk
Delta 88. Savvy got some big ass white walls.
Hey, so Nikki said Samsung is good. They just need a watch that is on the same level as the Apple Watch, and I can move back to Android.
Hey, hold on, Nikki. Hold on. I knew a girl named Nikki.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I once knew a girl. Her name was Nikki.
There you go.
Yeah. And then what Too Short said, I once knew a girl. Her name was Nikki. Hey, El Jefe
Well, it looks
good,
like
man.
Nikki's coming back. I guess Nikki's coming back.
Come on back, Nikki.
Come on back. Come back,
Come
Nikki.
on.
Come back.
Hey.
They got that Purple Rain vibe coming in. Woo. Let's see. Shout out to El Jefe Reviews.
El Jefe in the building.
Yes, sir.
You just discovered the security folder.
Oh,
on
wow.
Samsung. Oh, wow. There it is. Look, D-Man, look, yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, look at
Right
D-Man. Well, D-Man is from there, so
It was Jackson.
he's from he's from Prince's backyard.
Yeah.
So
But I'll tell you,
Ain't that
Purple
right,
Rain.
Ow.
That's
He purified himself in the water.
lick him in the tongue. You guys up for a game of basketball?
Purple Rain. I'm telling you, boy. Purple Rain with the fire, boy.
Yes.
Variable, shut your ass up, Variable.
So what happened then? After it was all over, he took it inside, made his pancakes.
Pancakes? Pancakes.
And the real story, it wasn't strawberry pancakes. It was actually blueberry pancakes that were made.
She said she tried the 4. Not as good as the Apple Watch. There you go, Nikki. Come back, Nikki.
Skin versus
Come
it.
back.
What are the features you like on the Apple Watch, Nikki?
Yeah, what you like on what you like about it?
Because everybody's got different things they like about
know.
watches. I don't.
You
need
like the
a lot of things
square design? You like the square design, or what's the deal? I mean, what you like about the Apple Watch? You know, because I mean, technically, you can both of them do the same thing, right? I mean, they all
Savage-
do the same thing, but see,
Savage-
some people want to be able to dictate to the watch and stuff like that. Everybody don't need all that, and some people want fitness, like T. Washington does. So I'm asking what she needs her watch for.
I mean, I mean, the watch does fitness, right? The 4 does.
It does.
Every time
It does.
when I was walking the other day, it popped up and said, "Hey," it said Trent. It says,
it detected the workout.
It detect, the workout started, and
it does it at my job every day. It'll detect
and
me.
it tells me to stand up. Like I'll be sitting here for a couple hours.
I'm testing out this $50 watch right here, Eric. It does everything you've named so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What watch is that, Kimmy?
Well, I hadn't put out my video yet, so I won't say.
Can't say. Yeah, don't say. Don't say.
But I mean, they all tell you to stand up. All of them tell you got to get fit. All of them got the ECG, and all that stuff. All of them
That's the
got
only
that.
thing, though. That's the only thing that you need with a Samsung for your ECG. Other than that, a couple other things. But I'm not gonna be really depending on my ECG on my watch.
No.
Some people do.
I mean, look, I got the LTE.
But I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So I got the LTE. I leave my phone home, and I get a. I'm like, what's up? You know, I mean,
Somebody called me. Somebody with 3 bitches called me today, and I'm like, bro,
I know that dude.
I'm at work, dog. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, all of them do the same thing. Like the Apple Watch, look, they compete with each other when they come out of smartwatches. So whatever Apple put on the Apple Watch, Samsung gonna do the same thing. You know, if you got a Samsung watch, I mean, if you got Galaxy device, the watches work great for that device. If you got an iPhone, obviously the Apple Watch work great for that. So it all depends. It all depends, man. Like I don't know. Looking at the Apple Watch versus the Galaxy, what do they do that's different? Like, I don't see nothing there. Both of them got app stores. Both of them got apps. Both of them got, you could get LTE on both of them. Both of them got ECG. Both of them do your heart rate and all that stuff. They do. They got workouts. You could swim. You could skydive. You could do everything with them.
People are limited by how deep they dig into their watches. So if you don't dig deep enough, you don't know all the things your watch can do.
Facts the Mundo.
Baraboo, look, baby, I got 2 of them.
And hey,
I
don't
got
pay.
2 of them.
If you scroll up, he just
it.
said we were bamboozled and stuff. I don't pay Baraboo any attention.
Yeah,
I don't give him that energy.
I got 2 of them, player.
And I don't pay extra. No, I don't pay extra.
I don't have service on my watch, sir.
I don't pay extra. It runs
off
from my
let me know
carrier.
whether I need to check my phone. That's what I use my watch for, and to take a call every now.
Mine run off from my T-Mobile account. It does. I don't need a separate line for my data.
Mine runs off Bluetooth, so I don't pay an extra fee, Baraboo.
Yeah, I don't pay an extra fee neither, dog.
Baraboo.
Shut your ass up, Baraboo.
I knew it was coming. We've been patient with you all night, motherfucker.
Yes,
please
sir.
settle down.
I'll mess with Baraboo.
Yes, David, boy. That rotating bezel helped me at work when I got them gloves on. All I gotta do is
that rotating bezel.
Juan said, "Watch count time. Watch count time."
Hey,
He's like, I got you on phones. He needs something else to get you on.
Hey, hey,
Ballin'.
I did see that. The Black Friday sale for the 5A.
Yes,
$3.99.
And you know what? I don't have a 5A, and I'm gonna buy one for Black Friday. See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta wait for the deals, people. Wait for the deals. Wait for the deal. That 5A.
I really think so. This is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The $399 is a great price for the 5A. After using the Pixel 6, I love the 5A. I no longer recommend the 5A to anybody. My recommendation for a phone is a Pixel 6. That's how I'm rolling.
Oh yeah, you.
Thank you very much for the $20 holla. Thank you very much for the $5 holla.
Hey.
I mean, look, the only reason why I'm gonna get the 5A is because I don't have it in my collection.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I'm going to get wine back. So anything I can find that cheap, I'm buying it all. So I can when I go at wine back now, I say, hey, look, I got 230 phones. How many you got? See, he don't want to tell me how many phones he got. I tell him I got 100, I got 180. Like 181 or something like that. He's like, you ain't got enough.
Act like you playing catch up regardless of what number he tells you, sir.
But he got to tell
That's
me
true.
How many
if he tells him 200 and he gets to 2, I'm like, nah, he's probably lying to me. He probably has 300
so you saying he effing with me? So you saying he effing with me, right?
No, regardless of what number he gives you, you're gonna have to take it up a notch, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In 2022, I'm gonna beat him. Now hold on. Let me make sure I make sense here.
Look at Juan saying the same thing. Barry saying.
If he got like 400 phones, I can't beat him. But if he, I can't.
Oh, you will try to catch him. You'll try to catch him.
Yeah.
No, but I think it makes sense though. I really do. If you can save a few extra, the Pixel 6 is such a lot of phone for a lot of people. So, like, to give you an example, yeah. So, I know that's a good deal. So, Orod was like, should I get the Pixel 6 or the Z Flip? And then we're back at that minus Dex. You're back at that situation. I think the Flip
don't have Dex.
I know. So you take away Dex, and then it's like you have to make the decision. Z Flip has unbelievable cameras for pictures and videos.
Yeah.
But it's like, do you want to spend that much more when you can get the Pixel 6 for $600? I don't know.
Okay, so I have a 6, so I can't compare it to the 6 cameras, but I have the Flip and the 6 Pro, and I love my pictures out of my Pro more than I like them out of my. The Flip cameras aren't bad.
Glad you asked. Yeah, glad I asked.
Boom.
Glad I asked.
Why
glad
you didn't count your phones? Hold on. Because he came back. He talking about
Just watch
I like that. I like that. I like
If you want
that.
a nice watch, Clay Days, go watch the one on the Huawei I did. It gets 2 weeks.
Kimmy, Juan can't give him an answer, and it's gonna drive
Yeah.
easy crazy now.
Hold on, player. You gotta give me a number.
I'm dead.
That's right, Ike. That is right, Ike.
Because I can already tell you, Clay Days, my Huawei watch beats this watch up and down the street. So I'm not.
It beat damn near any watch.
But I'm saying, I'm reviewing a budget watch. She asked about
okay,
this.
yes.
Oh,
she asked about that one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't wait for this review. If you want a powerhouse watch, go look at my review on the Huawei.
Yeah, Huawei joint. Yes, ma'am.
Huawei's fire.
Me and LaShawn reviewed it too.
Yeah, so. I got a video out on it as well.
Bro.
And LB need to go pick that watch up so he can have more than a day battery life. Oh, yeah, Scoop has this.
Scoop got one.
Oh, look at Scoop.
Huawei's good. If you want more than a week's worth of battery life, you get you a Huawei.
Mm-hmm. 2 weeks, 14 days.
Well, now I'm charging it. It's been like 3 weeks. I didn't wear it every day.
I got one. I got me a Huawei watch.
I got one now.
I got one.
I had one. I
got me one.
I started charging at the beginning of the stream. It's at 78% already.
Hey. I got me a Huawei watch.
My watch is at 28%.
Well, mine was at 6.
Oh, Kempo said I'm not a Apple fanboy, but I like their iOS. But to be honest, I like to try other brands to get a different experience. People always make it seem like Apple is the place to go, and I think it's bad. Hey, you're right.
But see, here's the thing.
I try everything, sir. I tell you what. Why don't you start watching our content? Watch our YouTube channels. If you want to get a different perspective on different things, watch our videos. We're not
Go ahead and subscribe to all of us. Go ahead and subscribe to all of us.
Subscribe to all of us. If you want to see a different experience, subscribe to our channels and watch our content. I promise you're going to see a different experience. You're going to see something different. You're going to see the iPhone dangling all over the place. You're going to see different devices. You're going to see different devices.
Yeah.
You're going to see difference. Because none of us have an all Apple channel or all Samsung
Pixel,
channel.
all Samsung.
Right. We have all different variety. Yes.
ZTE got a watch?
Yeah, because he is one.
I didn't know that. Does ZTE have a watch? There were 2 phones come out.
Hey, can I post that, Barry? What's that? I can't even see.
Which one?
What you put in the chat?
Oh, no, you can't post that. No.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
No, you can't post
that. All right. Cool.
So I think people are talking. I mean, Juan has done an unbelievable job, but people are talking about what you can do in the camera app. The thing that Juan is pointing out, like a lot of people are pointing out, LB, is it's tough to call when Apple says it's the Pro or Google says it's the Pro. Yes, on the Google, you can move the white balance. You can adjust, like, is it cool or warm? There's a lot of stuff that you can do, but you can't change a lot of the Pro things, like, aperture, different things like that you see in a Pro app. So you would have correct.
Like yeah.
So it does a good job of it. There's things that you can't do. So you would have to get like Filmic Pro to do that.
MC24.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you gotta get MC24 and stuff like that. And look, here's the thing that Juan talked about in this video. Say you can't call a phone a Pro if it's not a Pro. And I talked about this in my video. You can't call a phone a Pro if it doesn't have Pro
mode.
Mode.
It's like
you can't be a Pro if it don't have Pro mode.
Correct.
And look, the Sony devices is a prime example of a Pro device.
That's a Pro device.
If you want to know,
and they don't even call themselves Pro
device,
except for the Pro Experience. Yeah, the Pro.
The Pro I, right?
Yeah,
the Pro I think.
Yeah.
If you want to get a Pro phone, the Sony phones are the one. That's the only phones on the market that's Pros. Everything else is they call it a Pro, but it ain't a pro. Even Samsung phones is
They're not pro. No.
Effing with Sony pro photography and pro video. Let's be honest here. But I will say this: the Sony phones, once you put it in post, you gotta do some work. It's because it's like if you got a mirrorless camera, DSLR, and you shooting in RAW or shooting in a different format, you got the color grade. You gotta do some work. It's a pro device. It's not for the average consumer, right? So when we look at look, Sony already saying to themselves, listen, y'all want, auto mode. If y'all want, the phone to do everything for you, they got plenty of phones for that. But if you want a mirrorless camera experience, come see us, baby. Come see us.
Yeah.
If you want a professional camera experience, go to Sony.
And don't get us wrong. Don't get us wrong. You can still take unbelievable pictures. It's just you don't have as much controls as you do like on a mirrorless camera.
Right.
Like
and Sony is, you're right. Sony is on that. Hey, we are a camera company, so we're going to give you pro features.
Their last two devices with the word pro in them. The first one was basically a monitor for your camera. It was designed for broadcasting.
Correct.
Literally, that's what it was designed for.
That's what it was designed for. Yep.
This Pro I is designed for the actual. It's an RX 100 that makes phone calls at this point.
Thank you.
That's what it is.
Yes.
That's all it is. It's an RX 100 that makes phone calls.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Colin. I agree. It's still good. It's still good.
Oh, heck
it just
yeah. That shit still.
Well, look, LB make a good statement there. He said, "Hey, well, what I'm talking about judging all cameras is just point and shoot. I could care less about pro. Most of these guys
I know.
Want a pro camera, don't want to pay pro because when you talk about the Sony Pro I with $1,800,
it's $1,800, and it's worth $1,800.
A lot of people like it. What do people say? Oh my God, this costs so much, but that is a pro phone.
Yeah.
That's a pro phone.
Correct.
That's pro.
Correct.
Now the Sony,
You gotta pay
the other
to
Sony
play,
phone,
player.
the other Sony phone that costs $2,500, that's a pro device. That's pro. With an HDMI on that son bitch, that's a pro phone, right?
What's that HDMI on that what?
You got HDMI on that son bitch.
On that son bitch.
You got HDMI on that son bitch, right? $2,500.
The fact,
guess what? That's a
the
pro.
fact I could literally take that, put that on a hot shoe mount, and run a monitor on my A6400 as I'm walking down Fremont and broadcast
Exactly.
live
And broadcast
in 5G.
it live. Yes, thank you. That is a pro device, right? So all the iPhone 12 Pro Max, that's not a pro device. Samsung don't even put pro in the
Put Juan's comment up, please. Put Juan's comment up, please. Put Juan's comment up, please. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Preach.
Oh, wow.
Preacher.
Please, can I get focus peaking on some phones?
Preach, Juan. Preach.
You know what I don't like about the Samsung device? Because they do have focus peaking and tell you touch it. So until you hit record and then the focus peaking can go away. So you really don't know. So Samsung does have focus peaking, but once you hit record, it goes away. So you don't know your greens and shit. So like if I'm focused on that before I hit the record button, but if I freaking move, I don't know if it's in focus anymore if I hit record. So I don't like that from Samsung devices in their manual mode. They do have focus peaking, but as soon as you hit record, the focus peaking go away. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So to sum it all up, when you talk about a pro device, Samsung neither Sony is not a pro device. Oh crap! Here we go. Oh Lord! Here we go. Oh Lord! What up, LB? What up, LB? He about to come in.
GG. You see that grin when he came in?
Look at that. He coming in. He ready to preach a sermon. Then go ahead on, sir.
You're stupid, Scoop.
Look, I'm just saying this one thing. I'm about to eat my chicken and
just like
take care of some business.
They told you to.
This is the thing.
Yeah, you stupid.
Look, this is the thing that I'm saying with the whole pro thing, because I keep watching all these videos playing in the background, and everybody is grading this camera. Juan is the only one that I saw do it just right, as far as the camera and what it's supposed to be. But I guess I'm just getting leery or weary of all these videos, okay, about what this camera should be, what it should do. And the thing is the phone is built for the mass.
Are you talking about the Sony?
Are you talking about are you talking about the pro mode, lack of pro mode, or are you talking about how they're judging the camera in the first couple of weeks of the phone being out? I'm just curious.
They're judging the camera in the first couple of weeks of getting the phone.
But the LB,
are we talking
let's be.
Hang on, Barry. He's talking about Pixel. I was Pixel or Sony.
Yeah, he's talking about Pixel.
I'm talking about Pixel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
I just want to know.
LB.
The Sony is for who it is, right?
Right.
LB, let's be real. Let's keep it real. If you really examine the issues that people are having, these are stuff that you can live with. And you hear, well, I would just feel if like an average consumer, like my coworkers that don't care about phones and they're recommending everybody spend $600 and get the 6. Do you really care about them? Because they had a good experience. They've been nitpicking it like crazy because it's a Google Pixel. And that's why they're putting it up. They're putting the wide angle up against this one. Okay, this is better here. This is better here. A lot of times, there's people that I've actually content creators I've talked to that I pointed out that edge detection, the algorithm that Google's had forever is not working as well because of the computational photography has to learn these lenses on. So if you go to portrait mode, it's not always hitting the right way. And guess what? This is what 4 or 5 days later, I see the person that I had to educate about this on Twitter going, oh, well, did you know that this is wrong? They're doing this wrong. It's like, wait a second. How are you judging a phone that a system by Google set in place that has computational photography set up? It has to learn the new lenses in 2 weeks. You can't do it.
Well, and not only that, it's just that I'm getting so sick of everybody saying they need to give us this, they need to give us that, they need to give us this, and then they don't want to pay the price because you just paid $100 cheaper than what the entry-level iPhone is for this device, but yet you're expecting it to do everything that the iPhone has done plus more, and it's like it's driving me crazy. You know, the thing is if you look at, and that's the main thing that everybody's honing on is the cameras, right? We're talking about a device that I'm sitting there in real time sending you guys messages and the device is hearing me while you guys are talking.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just
the thing is, like I said, this is my thing with the Pixel, and it's been very apparent from Jump Street. People want to judge this phone. They want to, I had a recoverable system UI crash, and they're going to downgrade the phone, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't want to talk about the features of the phone. You see what I'm saying? So hey, real talk. Like I showed it on stream. Like if you go into the camera app, LB, I showed this on stream, and did not miss words. You go in the camera app. Can I see this easy? I'm just going to show everybody again. Yeah. So this is the camera app, right? So let me focus on this. All right. So I'm in video. You see this little squiggly thing there? That denotes that stabilization is turned on. Okay. You have 4 modes. People cannot turn off stabilization that just get a Pixel. Even people that are not, and guess what? There are some reviewers that has stabilization off in their video. Take it down, sir. Take it down, madam. Why is it? It's almost impossible to get stable. You literally have to go bring down a menu, go to
honest,
more settings, and then pull it all the way down to get it off. And most people don't know how to turn it off. And they're showing this that's that you can't do it. It's ridiculous.
But that's the stuff that's just irking me is that
it's on by default. You literally have to swipe that arrow down. So go up to the top, Scoop. Go up to the very top of the screen. So very top, that little arrow, swipe it down. No. Just press the arrow. All right. So then you hit more settings. Hit more settings. So it's right there. All right. Then scroll all the way down and you'll see a thing for video stabilization and turn that off. And that's if you want to use it with a gimbal. That is not by accident if someone has the stabilization on. And I've actually seen videos, like especially like the first day that it dropped. Oh, I heard the stabilization was like better than iPhone. Man, I guess The Verge lied. How are you coming up with that, sir?
But see, that's what my point is that okay. If you take the camera guys, right? Easy, you're what? You're a Canon shooter, right?
Yeah.
Scoop, you're a Sony shooter, right? Do you go comparing your Sony to every Canon that comes out in the market?
No.
You use Sony.
You use the
Sony user. So if you want iPhone functionality, go buy an iPhone.
Yeah.
He
you're
almost
talking
cussed.
two different devices.
He almost cussed.
Two different interfaces. Two different use cases.
And learn how to use them. That's
exactly
the thing. And they don't want to do that. They want to say this is better. Like people know, like I could have a $300 Pixel. If it had all the stuff and it had bad cameras, I could just have a phone that I need all the live transcript, call screen. I need all the stuff that makes it a Pixel to be my primary device, right? But I'm not going to come here and bash the iPhone when I see iPhone made a lot of improvements this year. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that.
That's what my point is. I can get a great picture out of both phones.
Correct.
Yes.
But I made a tweet today, it's more enjoyable on the Pixel for me.
A lot of people feel that way. And it's not to put down other brands, but when you think of point and shoot and just pulling out your camera and go, that's kind of what the Pixel was that was their bag. Yes, he sure did. And Kempo, I'll put in all the people's. Give me a second. I'm looking up everybody's.
So here's the thing for us content creators that got pixels, right? When we see a video of some clown post a fucking pixel video and it's jumping like that, so I always want to have civilization.
Yeah, they act like we stupid, and we act like we're stupid. It's like, come on,
right. Such a disrespect.
Yeah, we already know. We already know that he's trying to deliberately do something to the pixel to make it look bad. Deliberately.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm just getting tired of people making videos just to stimulate content because it's wearing old.
But that's the move, you know.
That's the game.
Is a lot of the discussion that we have.
I'm gonna tell you,
only
you know
care about.
But you know what,
What the
LB,
hell
I'm gonna
is
tell you
that,
what
Kenny?
happened. Think about this. Let me put this in perspective. Educational videos get no views. World Star Hip Hop get millions of views. You know why? Negativity sells, drama sells, unsavory information sells, fake news sells. Information, positive information doesn't sell. Nobody want to hear it. Nobody. They want the drama. They want the bad stuff. They want the loudness, and they want to hear you talk about it suck. They want you to cheat. They want you to do all kinds of things. You know why? Because that's the society we live in right now. And
so
a lot of content creators falling into that trap.
And I'm not trying to shout her out, but Spectac did 2 videos like this. She could have done this. She could have been dishonest with her audience and could have went after the views, and she could have been like, hey, with these little changes, best screen protectors for the Surface Duo. She didn't do that. She said, don't buy. And you know the name. A lot of people could have just said, I'm gonna click off the video. All right, hey Spectac, I know you. I don't even have to give you a view because you already told me not to buy it. But she actually went through why not to buy this product and not bashing the product. It's just like, hey, this is the problem that is with the product. You have to cut it.
Put it on her previous device,
Exactly.
Before.
So the bottom line is she could have went right for the views and done like, oh no, this is a great screen protector. I love the screen protector. You just got to take an X-Acto knife and just cut this little piece off on this side, and kept it moving. But she didn't do that.
I'm looking for look. Give a review of the device for the device, for what it is and what it's supposed to be. You know what?
Yeah, but they don't want to do that because the thing is, LB, unfortunately, people don't want to. They don't want to give it its props. They're not going to give it its props. So the bottom line, it's only going to be this is the Pixel and this is what it doesn't have. Not what you can do with the phone. They're not going to talk about the 4x telephoto. Like, hey, I think portrait mode is dope on Pixels. Forget portrait mode. You got a 6 Pro? Use 4x telephoto. You got portrait mode because portrait mode, if we really are honest, it's great. But what happens is it zooms in a little bit, right? It has to crop and then it does the telephoto. Don't have to do that. It's just got the natural bokeh.
I don't know. I guess I'm just burned out because if I see battery tests, in a title anymore. What?
And then a lot of times most of those tests were invalid. You know why? They had adapter battery on.
Well, then, but the thing is, there is no way to accurately give people battery tests. So the iPhone wins.
The iPhone wins, and guess what? A person did the battery. iPhone won as expected, the 13 Pro Max. Then the guy came and goes, "Oh, I'm just gonna play YouTube because a lot of people just YouTube all day." And the Pixel 6 Pro won.
No, the Pixel 6.
Oh, the Pixel 6. Yeah, the Pixel 6 won. Yeah, the 6 won. So it's like I said, I think there's a rush instead of people trying to find what works for their audience. There's a rush to, this is the device to bash. Guess what, Pixel? Hey, you got YouTube Studio bugs. You got a couple of Twitter bugs and all that stuff. Guess what? You know LG. Come get this heat. That's basically what's happening right now.
Well, this happened. Look, LB. Just the same thing that happened to HTC, right? Just the same thing that happened to BlackBerry. Just the same thing. The same. The HTC got hit the worst, right? Correct. HTC got destroyed in one weekend. Wasted space, and this is not the device. And why I couldn't believe what happened over one weekend. They have video back to back by larger content creators in one weekend. And me and Jay Will, I called Jay Will. Me and Jay Will on the phone, like, bro, could you see all this stuff that's going on? And me and Jay Will try to make videos to try to talk about the truth, right? At that point, I got like 5,000 subscribers, and he got like 50,000 or 60,000 subscribers. We didn't even make a dent in everybody flooding out comments saying that, hey, that phone is bad. What is you talking about? Mm-hmm. That phone ain't good. And so I told Jay Will I gave up on it. I can't fight him. My channel was too small.
But that's the thing, and that's the reason why what you're doing, LB, when you're posting all that stuff, that is huge. That's what has to happen. People need a voice because the bottom line, these people would be satisfied to bash this great device, and then guess what? Go back to the high price. Like this device costs way too less to not be a game changer in the market. The Samsung is worried about this device. Trust me. I mean, other OEMs are worried about this device.
And the thing that's kind of asinine is when they do the comparisons between the A15 and the
they know that's a setup right from the back.
But here's the thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. How long has Apple been making their
They've been doing it forever. And guess what? And guess how many phones Apple has to support? They got to support one phone.
Doesn't even matter. But
you see what I'm saying?
That doesn't even matter, Barry. The thing is they've been doing it for this long. They accidentally got battery life correct on the 10.
They
just improved on it on the 13. You know how many years that's been?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But the reason why I said guess how many phones they have to do, right? So a lot of people, the cool thing is to bash Windows, right? Windows is garbage. Windows is garbage. Windows has support different manufacturers, different motherboards, different hard drives, all this stuff they have to. So to give you an example, I started in the early days of Linux. I remember me and my boys were like, "Hey, we can't afford Microsoft. We're gonna get some Linux. We're gonna buy some Linux distributions for like $50 and share it." We all built our own computers. I had slightly different components. I was the one that couldn't get it to work. We could not figure it out, right? Because it had to take into account to all the stuff. Apple has its own processor and has essentially one phone, one set of hardware they have to optimize. It's gonna be it. But guess what? Tensor is coming. All right. So now Google,
they have a processor that's phenomenal, okay?
Correct.
That has to do absolutely nothing. You're talking about a phone, right?
Yeah.
That is taking dictation in real time and doesn't even need the internet to do it. We're not gonna mention that and drive that home.
No,
we're talking about a
can't do
phone
it.
that is
Can't do
always listening.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about this phone does so many features. When even as gimmicky as it may be, the Magic Eraser. This phone is doing all of this. What requirements are we getting out of this iPhone when we compare the A15?
Yeah. Right. Like I said, you're hitting a lot of the points. People do not want to have that conversation. They don't want to have that conversation because the conversation is, well, my wide angle, it has a higher megapixel count than yours, so it has to be better. Mm-hmm. But they don't want to have the overall phone, what the phone is bringing to the table. They don't want to have that conversation.
Look, right. I'm so done with it. It's like I understand now why you get less and less people dependent on tech reviews.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I understand it now because there's so many biases that people cannot get beyond.
They cannot get beyond.
But this is our challenge. This is our challenge.
It's our challenge. You can't get down. You have to keep. Right. Yeah, you have to keep fighting because the bottom line is you can let those people drive it, and then we're going to be at $2,000 phones, or you can invest your time and get to know some of these other products that's actually trying to fight the good fight, right? So right now it's Google trying to do it. Then in a few years, it's going to be some other company that's going to come through and try to break through and has a really good phone. And guess what's going to happen? It's going to show up and it's like, well, it's not the iPhone. Well, it's not the Samsung. Time to kill it. How can we figure out a way to kill it?
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, man.
Competition is better for the consumer. I don't know why.
And they don't see it that way. They see it as this is
on here to rant because I'm in.
Hey, we enjoy the rant.
Device.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude. LB, I got three of them. So
I'm about to eat my chicken and fries. So I don't want to eat on camera. So
like they told you to.
Like
I
stupid kid, you killed me with that.
I'm trying to understand LT Bell's statement. If you financing a phone, they paid over $2,000 financing. I mean, they still owe. You got to pay it off.
They owe. Mm-hmm. Got to pay it off.
What if?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean, this is the problem that I have when we talk about when the guy was talking about software updates, right? How could you have, when we talk about software updates, how could you have a device, right, that you didn't put on a payment plan for 30 months, right? And all of a sudden, it don't get supported no more, right? I talked about the Z Fold 1. Z Fold 1 ain't got it's cut. It's done. No more OS. But you spent $2,000 for the phone. What the like? I don't understand. What happened? Oh, he leave up.
Spectacular guys. What can you? What were you saying? So how do we change what? I just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. I think I know what you're talking about. We're just
talking about YouTube, right?
Yeah, the bottom line is we have to start grinding. It can't just be Spectac and Juan and Easy. All of us has to collectively grind and give these real reviews and educate, when we can, to combat this, because it's like everybody knows, just like Kimmy loved Huawei, right? She can rock with other phones. I love Pixel. I can rock with other phones. Holla at your boy. No one thought he would ever rock another phone. And his phone of the year up until probably a few weeks ago was the Mi 11, Same with Scoop, same with Easy. So we have to bring the real,
Yeah.
So
and the thing about it is I don't understand like how people like we post it. One of the reasons why a lot of people is turned off is because of the drama on Twitter. Right, we got a lot of drama on Twitter, and then people making videos about it. Right, so you got content creators making videos about how they don't like other content creators and stuff like. So you got the consumer like, what the f? Like, think about this. MKBHD don't make videos like that. So guess what? Why do I want to stick to the drama? I just go watch Unbox Therapy. I just go watch Mr. Who's Your Boss because they ain't talking about drama. The smaller content creators talk about drama. This is the problem. The problem is
we can't do it.
We put too much energy into the drama instead of us making content. Think about this. When have we ever saw MKBHD or any of their bigger content creators, Wind Back Now, when do we ever see them just making pure videos about other content creators?
None. I don't.
None.
But I don't think I ever seen that.
None. But the smaller content creators are making videos about each other. So the average consumer is not watching us no more because we fight we fighting each other. So we fighting each other. So they say, you know what? Fuck y'all. I just go watch MKBHD. He the most trustworthy person. He ain't got all this drama. And this is why I talked about this. This is the freaking stuff I talk about there. Instead of all the hate, all the drama, we just stop that and put the content out. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Dang.
We just have to grind and do better and
we
really
are the
make the
not
comparison. Yeah,
we the ones that are not trustworthy.
Correct.
You know why? It's because we on Twitter fighting. We got big. I mean, everybody then they making videos on each other, right? So the bigger content creators.
I'm sorry, Eric. I ain't gonna claim none of that because I ain't.
Yeah, you're not right.
I know, but no, we not. No
videos about nobody else.
No, we
I ain't
not
got
on
time
this
for it
panel.
though. I just don't.
I
work
but this is what
regular
you
job
see.
and try to do this stuff.
I know, but this is what we see. So if you put your
but Eric, we can't control what other grown ass women and grown ass men choose to do.
I know.
Like I said, we just have to make sure we're part of the conversation.
Right. But we are. But the problem is that they look at all of us in that same category at that point.
You have to separate yourself.
We got to separate. Yeah, that's the bottom line.
So, but I know, but the thing about it is, to me, it was so upsetting to me is that we never been to this point before. All of a sudden now we at this point, because why when we started hearing rumors about the Pixel about 6 months ago, then it started. You started seeing it start 6-7 months ago. We started seeing stuff about the Pixel. Then we started seeing stuff happening. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, when the Pixel come out, and the team Pixel started doing their due diligence, right, as they should, right. Now you got all the people. Oh God, all this hate. This pouring in from left to right. And I'm saying and then Jay Will was making a video about like, man, why y'all hating? But what is the problem here? And I can't understand this. And then, oh my God, when MKBHD made him, he said he'd get 3 hours of battery life. That cemented all the haters right there. Oh,
well, it did.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
but the thing, but the thing is, I think I'm not going to call out MK. I don't think he understands how much power he has, right? So the Google Pixel, if you don't give it a full week of actually using the device, right? And let's keep it real. He's not Juan Bagnell. He's not Easy. He's MBKHD with his camera crew. Okay. probably didn't even have his main SIM in the car. So he's setting up shots. He's probably with his regular phone and all that stuff. He's not getting, so he puts that out there. That cemented the haters. But what the haters didn't come back, when I was trying to get people that were like even questioning, it's like, he said on his podcast later, he goes, it's going to be my daily driver. Are you kidding me? Of course it's going to be my daily driver.
But the thing about it is everybody uses their devices differently.
Exactly.
Because he's getting 2 hours, 3 hours of screen on time. And then when people started posting 7 hours of screen on time, they can't believe it. Why? Because everybody uses their phones differently. So, yes, I'm getting a good battery life on my Pixel 6.
But this is when I defer back to what I said earlier. If y'all had never told me he said it, I wouldn't have known.
Right.
Certain tech YouTubers, I have no disrespect for him and a couple of other people that everybody watch. I don't watch the bigger tech YouTubers.
But the thing about it is, but see, here's the problem, Kimmy, and this is what it is. When he getting millions of eyeballs, right? And then those
what
eyeballs.
What can I do to control that, Eric? Nothing. I cannot control how many eyeballs.
But them eyeballs come on Twitter and defend it and say, "Hey,
but the thing is, if you think about it, but I'm not calling everybody else out, but that's a lazy way out. Just to go, oh, I'm using big. Dude, where's your? Do you have the phone?
That's what I always say.
Have you used the phone? Do you have the phone? What has been your experience? Because I don't need. I'm sorry. This is not to disrespect MBKHD because I have so much respect for that young man. I'm not going to base my decision off of MBKHD. Why would I base my decision off of MBKHD?
Grown people are like that, but some people will turn it upon because somebody told them.
Oh, I know, but that's why I said we have to do our due diligence and make sure that we have that voice, and because I'm not getting.
But we can't reach that audience,
and I can't change anybody else as a grown ass man. All I can do is do my part.
But the problem is we cannot reach that type of audience.
Yeah. So the bottom line is my Pixel 6, both of them have performed like my 5A. And it wasn't 4 hours of screen on time. I'm getting about 7 on those. Mm-hmm. Now I just got the 6 Pro. So I'll see what it does, but I don't think I'll get 4 hours of screen on time. I think it will be closer to my 5A.
I think a lot of people look, and this is the truth. I'm gonna tell you this. I say this, and I think this is real. I think tens of thousands, probably close to hundreds of thousands of people base their buying decisions based off a few content creators.
Correct. Yes. They do. Yes. They do.
So
now, hold on.
If that
I agree with you there when you're talking about tech people. But you have some people who are trying to decide between, let's say, the 6 and the 6 Pro, and they just want to get on YouTube and see videos about those phones. Exactly. So the people who are casual YouTube people, which are a lot of people, some people don't subscribe and stuff because they don't be on YouTube all the time like we do. We use it all the time. Everybody in the world don't use YouTube all the time.
I'll be had to come back.
Yep. What you doing back?
Look here. Look.
Look here, player. Look here, player. Come here. Look here, player.
Go ahead, LB. Go ahead.
This is the thing. I've had a day where I've had terrible battery life on this Pixel. It looked like it ran dead in a matter of hours. Mm-hmm. And I come back the next day and get a whole full day with no problem. The thing is you're not doing the same thing every day. You're not doing the same thing every day, and if you pay attention, that chip is supposed to learn your processes.
So the longer you use
it, I had this discussion with somebody earlier. So someone said, hey, I don't like the fact that I can't clear all my apps. There's a reason Apple doesn't allow you to clear your apps. They make you manually throw each app out because they don't want you doing it. They want the chip, they want their processor to figure out, right, what you use the most so that the RAM management function of the phone can become more efficient. This is why Google put that towards the end of the shade.
Yeah, towards the end of the
So you would have to go through trouble to get to it. Because guess what? if you're constantly killing apps on your own, the processor isn't doing what it's been designed to do.
And plus, with 12 gigs of RAM, you don't have to close apps.
Oh yeah, you don't have to.
Right,
No.
you don't have to
Google
close apps.
gives that to you. You want the chip to constantly learn what you're doing so it can manage everything in the background. But guess what? There's a whole lot of people out there clearing apps, right? And wondering why their phone isn't getting more efficient. Simple stuff like that affects your battery life.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to reply to Mark. I was like, I see that.
Well, here's the thing about, people, Photoshopping phones and stuff like that. This is why viewers have to decide who they trust and who they don't trust. That's the thing, right? Everybody run their channels differently. People Photoshop a lot of things. Look, you think about this. We talk about tech. Remember, I run a cake business, right? So you think this is drama. The cake business, the cake drama, just is like the tech drama, all right? Every genre has drama. Look, me and my wife, we'd be amazed on how much drama is in the cake. We in the cake business, right? It's so much drama in the cake business. You think the tech business is bad, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of drama.
Eric, and everyone, as long as humans are involved, there's going to be drama.
Yes,
there's going to be drama.
It is because humans are social creatures.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why.
We're also tribal, though. We always want to belong to something. It's inherently want to belong to something. So the second we find we belong to something, or a knight, a sheep, whatever you want to call it, you want to vehemently defend your tribe.
But you know
the problem, but Eric, the problem is with social media. There's no consequences for what you say.
Oh
there's nobody checking you.
There ain't no Mike Tyson. There ain't no Mike. Yeah, exactly.
Right. You know what's so crazy about all this is that once you get money involved, and this is all money, right? Views equals money. That means that people's going to clickbait, Photoshop, lie, cheat, whatever they got to do to make the views, because views is money. All right. So being untruthful to the game, bringing in drama and everything else is what it is.
Exactly.
All right.
He said, "Uh-oh," and got off cam.
He's like, "Oh."
He said, "Uh-oh, oh shit."
Yeah, but yeah, keep doing what you're doing, LB, because like I see your post. It's like, people are seeing the power of that thing.
It's like, man, let people know what the device is about and let them make a decision from there.
Exactly.
Do not push your biases.
Oh yeah. Well, it was sort of like when Dobo. I was jumping up when Dobo released that drone video. I went through the work because I was like, there won't be any more stabilization. Turning the stabilization videos, and still maybe for another week, people are still like, oh, let me go into the menu. Like, dude, we know what you're doing, sir.
But the thing
is it?
That drone video was the ultimate test. There's nothing. I don't care if you're running, doing cartwheels. I'm sorry. This is a drone that's inherently going to vibrate and else.
Micro jitters like crazy. And this is an iPhone guy that says most phones will have micro jitter, and this doesn't do it.
Yeah.
More stable than my GoPros.
Then he dropped the mic and sent me the phone.
Yes. So, but yeah, it's sad that it's gotten to this point. But the bottom line is, the thing is,
like I told him to.
Huh?
I said,
I think it would have been for the people that were biased. I think it would have been much easier for it if so right now the Liberty 3 Pros are like unbelievable headphones, right, for $150, right? But let's say you had Liberty 3 Pros that he's holding up,
we lost easy.
And there's Company X by LB and LaShawn and everybody on this panel, and we come up with $100 headphones. We're competing in the space. No one knows who we are. We don't have any There's no Carl Pay. We just doing it. There would be people, even if it sound the same. El Jefe wouldn't do it, but there would be some reviewers that would downplay it just because we're this new company and their ears mysteriously can't hear stuff anymore that they hear on the Liberty 3 Pros. And unfortunately, that's what the Pixel had, because you heard some reviewers actually started. I was planning on starting this review. I had pre-planned to say that the price was too high. That was one of the first thing they said. It's like, well, wait a second. Why are you pre-planning to say this, sir?
Right.
What? So it put it this way, it would have really got torn up if it was the same price as everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I just when I got my my iPhone
that question,
12.
Barry?
No, actually, when I got the iPhone 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
11 Pro Max, and that's when the new OS came out for Apple, and that's when the big change was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get the phone, and what did everybody tell me? Oh, LB, you got to give it time. It's a new OS. Apple is always going to update it. That's all I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are with a new OS, a new piece of hardware, a new chipset, new, and everybody's like, it needs to do this, it needs to do that, it should do this, it should do that. What happened to, hey, this is all new, give it some time?
Correct.
It amazes me how these stories or these approaches change.
Yeah.
And from what I know and have heard, because this is my first Pixel device, Google is good about updates.
Oh, they're ridiculous on updates. Yeah.
So it's like, man, let's stop doing this, people. Let's
Agree.
stop. Because I've got 6 employees that are upset because this phone isn't in the stores.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I the same way.
And I don't even have time to hard sell them on anything. I just show them what the phone they
can do, and then they want it
in the store, and they're always responding to me because I'm talking to the phone, and they're saying, they're like, "What are you doing?" Because they think that I'm talking to them, and I'm like, "No, I'm sending a text message."
Yep.
And
my coworker, my coworker said it, because the guy said he's holding up his iPhone. He goes, why would I get this? Why would I leave this over the Pixel? And one of the things he said, he goes, I don't type my emails anymore. Why would I type? Yeah, I don't type those anymore. Have fun doing it. And that's what they were salespeople. That's what they do. They're always typing emails.
My emails give me anxiety because I have to go through so many of them, and I don't type. Everyone knows this. I hate typing. And now I can just go through and just dictate my email.
Have you ever heard somebody dictate to an iPhone when they want to send a text or something?
Oh, my wife does it all the time. Everything is screwed up. Everything's screwed up.
Oh my God.
No, Siri, I didn't say. Oh, yes. Oh God. I don't do that because I would have an aneurysm. Siri will make you have an aneurysm.
I tried it when I first tried it, it was by accident. And from that point on, I was like, oh, I never have to worry about it, even if I'm driving. I can just hit the button and just send a text.
So can I answer real quick to King Team? Can I answer the King Team? So King Team, OnePlus 9 Pro, Pixel 6 Pro. If it's purely based on camera, it's what camera? So I would lean to the ultra wide on the OnePlus 9 Pro. Okay. If it's telephoto, you got to go Pixel. Main sensor, they did a great job, but I kind of like the GM1 is kind of what I would like to have. Now, for me personally, the OnePlus 9 series was a great series. Now Pixel has flagship hardware. All the stuff that we kind of talked about today is why Pixel has to be my primary. So I would choose the Pixel. That's me personally, but that might not be you. The features that we're talking about may not suit you, but for me in my business, gotta have them. Gotta have them.
Yeah, the whole dictation thing.
The dictation is a completely different. It's a game changer.
That was a wrap for me. That was before the camera.
The ability for Google to catch inflection in your voice to do
Correct.
that. Yet alone that, when the live translation, it translates different dialects of different languages. Hearing someone speak Dominican Spanish versus Mexican Spanish versus traditional Spanish from Spain, and it's still translating in real time accurately.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's frightening.
And we talked about, like, Easy mentioned this before, like me and Scoop have gone there. Like all of us on the panel have heard Juan talk about this, that we should be using more, like using our phones, like for cameras and all that stuff, using, putting more onus on the phone and not leaving. And right now it's here, everybody. It's just, you stop at the $600 Pixel. And if you need a different experience, maybe check out a Samsung, maybe check out like a more expensive phone. But we've got it all here. We just got to put it to use.
Oh, and let me get this. This is the first time today that the two-phone life, I was like, wait a second. Maybe I'm owing to something. I had to call the gas company at the new location, right? I dread making these phone calls because it's like an hour wait.
Oh yeah, and you got the wait time. You got the wait time. You like that?
Here.
You like that?
Look,
Boom.
Look.
Glad you asked.
Look, that right there.
Yes, that's huge.
That feature right there.
So Kimmy knows. All right, so this is the thing. So I've been talking about Hold for Me. We'll go back to your wait times. I've been talking about Hold for Me for a long time, and I think it might have been like she was just getting her Pixel, and there's a video that was like, hey, this lady needs to change her video because she's calling customer service on a Pixel and she doesn't use the Hold for Me. I'm like, you got a Pixel. Why would you not use the Hold for Me? It's like that's the whole point. You go walk away and let the Pixel tell you that they're back on. You don't wait for a Pixel, but having that combination, because there's a lot of times we as people calling 800 numbers, do we want to make that commitment and call because we know it's going to be a long wait, right? No, just look at the wait times from the Pixel. And you can also go, okay, we'll say this, it looks like it's an hour wait time, but I see on Tuesday around 8 a.m, it's a 5-minute wait. I'm just going to wait till then.
Why are we having a moment of silence for RCS? Messages?
I don't know. Who's saying that?
T. Washington. I use it.
I love RCS.
You can use all this in RCS, sir.
Yeah, I love RCS. Whew. Yeah, please don't get murdered by RCS. And the rumor is Google is about to activate Google Photos. So like when, like if someone doesn't have RCS that you're communicating with, they'll automatically send that photo through Google. So the MMS is limited to like 1 megabyte. That's the reason why people go, oh my God, you're not on an iPhone or something like that. When you send a normal MMS, it's limited. So they're just going to create a Google link and the people will just pull that down instead of having to go through the MMS standard.
Okay. Yeah. And
hey, that's funny.
That I have not gotten that iPhone to Android FaceTime function working yet. I've tried 5 different times.
No, this is new. They're planning on bringing it out.
No, I'm talking about for the iPhone.
What do you mean?
You know how on the new version of iOS?
Oh yeah, you can FaceTime everyone. Yeah, you send them a link.
No,
you can't do it. Okay.
I have not been successful in doing it.
They might have a bug in it. Yeah, that could be that.
Because what it is it creates a link, and then you send that link to a person, and then they're supposed to be able to click on that link and make a FaceTime call.
Correct.
I have not successfully done that yet, and I've tried it about 5 or 6 different times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like here, I'm gonna hit create link. I'm going to message myself real quick.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey. Yeah, my laptop went out. I knew I was having a problem with my power plug, but it went out. So
all right, I just got the link. Now we're listening. We're listening.
My Mac, I don't have the stuff set up for my cameras on my Mac, so I'm on the Tab S6. I'm sorry, Tab S7.
Tab S7? Nice.
Tab S7 Plus. Testing it out.
Hey.
Somebody had a promotion for a Tab S7 Plus for like 600 off.
Yeah,
Or something like that?
they got a lot of promotions for it right now because the Tab S8 about to come out.
Ah.
Yep. So this is it. This is the Tab S8. Quality look good. Damn. Okay. All right. Yeah. I can roll with it.
You stream from that from now on.
Yeah. It does set up all these cameras and stuff and microphones and all that. Come on now. Yeah, Tab S7 Plus. Here we go. That'd be part of my review.
Hey, Lewis said he got the FaceTime to work on the original.
Yeah, it looks like it's working. It's working right now for me.
Because every time I did it, I would see the person and everything. We couldn't hear each other or see each other.
Oh, I didn't try. Yeah, I'm on the live, so I'm not saying if I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up? I can control everything. I got Tab S7. Look, I'm using Dex.
Of course, Doodle, you would say it looks good. Of course.
I'm using Dex. That's what I'm saying. Dex. This is Dex, baby.
Cameron says the quality is bad, and that's just because you're going from Android to Apple and vice versa.
What's he talking about?
The quality of
yeah, but yeah.
Even if you send a video to somebody on the other operating system.
Also, Cameron, just so you know, and you can research this. So one of the things that Google did with Duo, and this happened years ago. So they have to compete when you try to get into this market. You have to compete with the WhatsApps that's doing video calls and stuff like that are around the world. So Duo, Google created a real low. They created a codec that can deal with real low bandwidths. So think of like dial-up modem speeds and still connect a call. So I was actually working with a company that they're like, hey, Barry, we can't get you inside the antenna chamber, but we can call you from in there. I said, you're going to call me from inside the antenna chamber? I'm like, that's the whole purpose of the chamber is to block frequencies. And when we leave the door open, I'm like, that's still not going to be good enough. So they're trying to call me on FaceTime, and they couldn't, it would never go through. So they come out and I said, hey, download Duo. And guess what? Duo came through. And it was because of that low bandwidth codec that Google developed. So that could be your issue, with the FaceTime calls.
Yep.
In T. Washington, somebody told me that it's enabled by default on Samsung devices now. Mine was not, but
Yeah, I think they remember they went through and then they took it off because they were having issues because they wanted to do it through their Samsung app.
Right, and I prefer to use it through the Google app.
Yeah.
I prefer it that way.
I think Samsung does as well.
What's that?
So Samsung actually, their Messages app is Google Messages now, but it uses RCS. Yeah.
So we're right at the top of the hour. Let's talk about who's streaming.
Wow, we're at the top of the end.
Wow, we at the top of the end.
Just the regular top of the hour.
Well, who's streaming tomorrow?
Mike and Ike. I think Mike is. I think he said he's going to be back Thursday. But we know Ike will be there at 9. And after Ike, best week ever with TK Bay and Juan Bagnell.
Okay. And Friday, the Savage
Scientists will be doing more programming at 7.
Me and my friends used to be on Signal.
And then at 9, we got LaShawn.
Hey.
Over here.
That's right. That guy right there. Got to make sure.
And Cameron. That's
right.
Well, so hold on. Sorry, I know we got to keep going, but Cameron, yes, if an iPhone got Duo, yeah, the answer is yes.
And then Saturday.
So Digital Sling. It might. Yeah, so that could be Mike before he might be the prelude.
Okay. And then Sunday is
El Jefe.
Okay. Then Monday, good morning, good afternoon.
Hey,
yes,
that guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Louis,
Eric, I got members only Saturday. You coming, Eric?
Huh?
I got members only Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Oh, members only Saturday. Okay,
I'll be there. I'll be there with Saturday. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there.
I see
It's
I'll be
late.
there.
You ought to be good. 9 o'clock.
I'll be
Well,
there.
9 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
We we drinking or it's
We
PG?
drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, we drinking.
Okay.
I still got some
I got to ask now. You know, like I got to ask.
Eric, it is PG. Pour a glass. That's what the
Look,
PG stands for. Pour a glass.
Look, making sure that I don't, don't
the
come
There are no
in
rules for
M&Ms.
members only streams.
It's rated R. R for refill. Pour
You're
another.
invited, Bearable. You have to join the membership first.
Yeah, you have to join.
You gotta be a member.
That's why it's called member.
So hold on, you say invite me. You got to pay, player. You got to pay, player.
Yeah.
Invite
Join the
me.
membership.
It's not invite. You already invited if you already a member. You got to pay, player.
Savage asked would it be ignorant hours and.
It's Savage. Yes. Savage, are you gonna be on the panel Saturday? You know, I like to light your ass up a couple times.
Right.
And so after that
it's technically T at 9:30.
Technically T, right?
Monday.
So T at 9, and then Tuesday we got J Will
at 3.
J Will
at 3. And then we got Gigi. Huh?
Yeah. J Will has
he
don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's not going to. Okay.
He on break right now.
Okay, he's on break.
Kimmy.
So then it'll be Kimmy at 7.
Got Kimmy at 7, and then we right back here.
Oh, I forgot something on Monday. Got something on Monday.
What?
Monday, 12 Eastern Time. Wine bag now.
Yep. Oh yeah, wine. Yeah, wine. You know, and I mean, I usually on Saturdays and Sundays I lay up there and I put people on. I don't say nothing in the comments because I'm knee deep in college football on Saturday and NFL on Sunday. So I always I show my face, you know what I'm saying, and I try to show support and everything. But I can't comment because see, I be crooked-eyed on Saturday nights, and my fingers don't trigger off that good because I be knee deep in, you know. Yeah, so that's why. All right. Oh man. So where we at the top of the hour, and you know, we hopefully we answered a lot of questions tonight about, you know, should you pay a lot for a device or whatever and stuff like that. And we all agree that you don't have to pay high prices for phones when you have phones that's good at medium to low end prices, but they are high tier devices at low cost prices. Don't get caught up in the hype of that you have to spend over $1,000 for a phone. That's not necessarily true. Your high-end phone, and you can even buy last year phones that's cut in half. Don't start. Think about this. The Galaxy S21 Ultra that you just spent $1,200-$1,300 for, in 2022, that same phone will be $500. That same phone will be $500. The phone that you spent $1,200 for could be $500 less than a year. So you don't have to spend $1,000 if you want to. Look, listen. If it's a difference between wants and needs. If you want it, splurge it, baby. Buy it. It's all good. But do you need it? That's the whole thing. Do you need it? And that's what we try to answer tonight in this live stream. Anything else y'all guys got today? I look like LB ready to say something.
Yeah, you ready?
No, I'm good.
We got after party to do.
Oh yeah, it look doodle. He on the S7 Edge. That's what I'm talking about. If it worked for you, player.
It worked.
If it worked for you, player. If it worked for you.
What did he say?
Oh,
damn.
Oh yeah, that was good. GT 1+8 is a great deal.
I'm gonna tell you something. The Realme GT
is a great phone.
Will be. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go big on this one. Can I go big? Yeah. So wait, I can't go big. What? I can't go big.
Baby, we'll listen. We'll listen.
All right. So the Realme GT, it is the best god doggone phone for the price in the the only reason why I will pick a Pixel over the Realme GT is because of call screening and because of the flexibility of the cameras. But the Realme GT got Pro mode and it got that 64 megapixel option on that device that gives you so much detail that like no other. But I'm not getting 5G into the United States with the Realme GT. I'm not getting 5G.
And the reason why it props to the Realme. I think it's a dope phone.
Oh, it's a great. Oh my!
But
God.
I got to pick the Pixel over it because I can take it to Verizon.
And
I have to have Verizon.
Because the Realme GT in the United States is a GSM.
It's T-Mobile. It's T-Mobile and and AT&T.
If I was living overseas, the Realme GT would probably be my flagship device, right? But in the United States, it's difficult to pick it as a phone that I will like be my flagship, and the reason why is because of the band support. It's some other things that, with that device, but it is if you're outside the United States for $500, it can't be beat. You got Xiaomi and Huawei, so it's in competition with Xiaomi and Huawei outside the United States. In the United States, it's getting 4G LTE, and that's the problem. And that's what I'm saying. So
I have 5G, Eric. I don't even want to hit it.
He also choose the Pixel because he get 5G. That's what it is.
Yeah. Mine is more. I need visible and Verizon coverage. That's kind of
I get that part. Yeah. But I was gonna say I get 5G on imported phones, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, there's some that you can get 5G. Yeah.
Yeah, but it jumped from 5G to 4G on the device. Like
I know of the Realme. I know. I know the Realme. Yeah.
The Realme is a good 4G LTE device. It's spotty on 5G. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
But look, the LG Velvet, I think the LG Velvet cheaper than that. I seen the LG Velvet like maybe 300. You might be right, 300.
Hey, that's a great phone.
That's still a great phone. It's still a great phone. All right, guys. So I really appreciate everybody that come through, man. We all have fun every week, man. That's what I'm talking about. Thank y'all guys very much for coming, and we're gonna see y'all next week. Don't forget about Friday. We gonna go hard Friday, player.
Yes, sir.
We gonna go hard Friday. All right, we out.